How you guys doing? This is very important in reference to information. Obviously, some people aren't doing things right in some administration offices or corporation offices. So that has to be documented in reference to the history of things and in reference to the postal man or, people that have known me or the people that's tried to send things in the postal mail, such as disability office, because they know these people have tried to murder me on jobs. I don't know if if people have filed charges in reference to the postal carriers, or if people have sent things, or the unions if they've tried to send anything, and obviously there needs to be stronger attorneys or something in court cases against these people that are holding me hostage. Obviously something has to be moving along. This is, my mother got murdered, 26, 27 years ago. My father got murdered 45 years ago, and, there's some of these people that are trying to steal everything are, well-known people in certain industries. And some of these people that are playing these games or these tricks, they're not following the law books and my protective status and financial status. People are trying to play tricks with people's identities, or people are trying to play tricks with revenues and residuals and dividends that I was supposed to receive. Everybody, they need to open up another office or something where people can collaborate, because obviously, or they need to have more websites in reference to who I am and who my parents are. And, you got to find out which people are making these refusals. Which people kidnapped me from Hollywood. They got phone records in California of the people that kidnapped me. They know these people was perverts. They know these people are gay government men. They know these men are thieves. They know these men are terrorists. They know these people are holding me hostage and nickel and diming my life, blocking me from living my life, claiming they thought that they'd live. These people tried to claim they thought they lived better in my life than their own life that they came from, trying to steal everything from me and my family history. In reference to stats and athletics, here's the thing that you guys, another thing that's important in reference to people. Me having to bitch and complain about this situation based on the timeline of information of what, some people might have made more YouTube videos. I haven't seen any of them. So, I don't have any information of what's going on in reference to people putting information out there. In reference to, the role protocol information. See, there's somebody at the companies that's tied in with these people. And it's obviously somebody claiming that there's some big wig. I'm the owner of my mother and father's companies and properties and deeds and accounts. And that's on record. It's not going to change. Some of these people have been trying to run a company, or they've been trying to run companies with illegal licensing that they fraudulently made. Their licenses and corporations are not legal. I'm the only person that has legal license to be the owner of my mother and father's companies, properties, businesses, land, and accounts. And don't forget, my real birth name is the same as my mother and father and grandparents. And the Treasury needs to make YouTube videos about this. The Deeds Department needs to make YouTube videos about it. Universities need to make YouTube videos about it. University classes need to make YouTube videos about it too. And professors and entertainers and common people and friendly people. And, it's very serious. I haven't received any revenues from any of my YouTube videos in reference to anything. But, in reference to people, this is very serious that, I haven't even received any monies from the California Labor Board, even though they knew these people kidnapped me. They knew these people have tried to injure me. And they know these people was trying to steal my stats and my accomplishments in many things, like my athletic ability. These people tried to steal my stats. These people tried to claim that they thought they were me. They thought they tried to steal my celebrity career in reference to characters or actors in performances of movies and TV shows. So in reference to the Screen Actors Union. I haven't received any monies from the board of the Screen Actors Union. The Satellite Man did it. And I'm supposed to receive... Check to see if my father owned the Screen Actors Union. Or the Directors Union or the Writers Union. Look it up. Look to see which person owns Bel Air and Beverly Hills and Rodeo Drive. And other locations. You know, people are trying to play this game and they don't have... People are trying to play like they don't know who I am or who my parents are. When it's the most documented birth certificate in American history. And people trying to claim they didn't know who I am, you know, those people got to go into court. The courts are obligated to tell all the companies who I am. The Treasury Department and the Deeds Department is obligated to tell all the companies and businesses who I am. In reference to my mother and father's companies and my grandparents' companies. Because if they don't know who I am, what the hell are they doing on the property? In reference to the business property, in reference to the business offices, or anything like that. And hello, Chicago, some business offices say hello over there. And in reference to law books, this is very important. In reference to the timeline and processes of the postal system, or people trying to send monies, or people trying to send disability monies. You know, I got damaged teeth, and the Satellite Man has been damaging things on my body. They've been burning my sacrum of my buttocks and tailbone, and it's attempted murder. They're doing that right now, too. So, you know, in reference to the destitute attempts of murder of government offices not recognizing this situation of me being held hostage and them playing destitute survival tricks is attempted murder. It clearly states on Treasury documents and other documents of the Deeds Department, the Supreme Court, in reference to history, that they knew that there would be people, such as people on the hate club list, which are people that hate me or people that hated my parents, you know, people that tried to steal from me, people that tried to rape me, people that tried to murder me, people that was involved in the murder of my parents, criminals, stalkers, thieves, people that tried to use fake business licenses to try to steal executive companies and or executive positions in companies that I'm the owner of, and reference to stats in history and, you know, my athletic ability status, my job history status, reference to, like, these people tried to call me a slow worker or something. Or they tried to say, oh, they thought you were a lame worker. And then they wanted to put you to a test, blocking you from your mother and father's mansions, trying to play puppet games or control games. No. Following the guidelines of my mother and father always. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. I'm the owner of the companies and businesses. And it even says on Treasury documents that if a celebrity or a business person tries to use their popularity against me to try to steal from me or to try to block me from my mother and father's mansions, those people can get arrested. I'm the owner of my mother and father's companies and grandparents' companies. I'm the only child of my mother and father. And even on the other subject of information, the hostage situation, the abuses, where's the lawsuit monies? You know, this situation is very serious. And one of the female celebrities named Natalie said hello. How you doing? That Satellite Man has terrorized me in the past over some of the actresses named Natalie and some other names. And you can put a letter in the mailbox here if you want, I guess. Or you can call or text message me. They're even blocking the text messages. They're blocking the emails. They're blocking everything. That is a violation of illegal censorship crimes. Or, you know, and hello, male celebrities. And the labor board knows, you know, these people even have seen me work on video. They see me loading trucks. They've seen me working in factories or, you know, packaging and shipping industries and things like that. They've seen me work in the clothing industry. All these perverts holding me hostage because they're trying to play their SimCity Barbie doll torture game. These people trying to use my family history, or trying to use my attributes, or trying to use my qualities to nickel and dime me and to be stealing from me. It is attempted murder, like somebody's trying to work for peanuts, you know? I have a college education. I went to several colleges growing up, in low Beverly Hills schools. I don't understand how people are not, in these courts saying, hey, you're going to have to step down. We came over here, this is, in reference to the court proceedings, in reference to people saying, hey, the law says this is what it is, this is what it is. You people are still causing refusal and causing financial destitute situations, and that is attempted murder. In reference to people stealing the monies, people stealing insurance monies. My parents had insurance and trust fund insurance for me. If they did, basically, they got to get every politician and every government person that they can to make a statement, whether you know who I am and who my parents are. I've performed as different artists and entertainers. That's, and those revenues belong to me too. Because I'm the only child of my mother and father, and I own the copyrights of my performances and entertainment history and TV shows and movies and certain acknowledgments of pay scale and revenues and accounts. Basically, there's certain acknowledgments of some TV shows that, some things are, but I've never gotten paid, or it's been deposited into accounts that these people are blocking me from. And they're trying to play this hostage, Mark Ray hostage game. Get the guy on camera that made the fake Greenfield document when they held me hostage. My mother even had a court case about that. They know which person made it. It's one of these government people in Indiana. When they had kidnapped me back in the 80s, because my mother had called the truancy office about them holding me hostage in the hostage situation, where the school had to go to their house and say, hey, whose child is that? You got any identification for that child? Where'd that child come from? And the cops, and I got rescued at a particular time soon after that. And then I ended up getting kidnapped again. And, these people are holding me hostage because they're trying to steal sperm, or they're trying to steal blood, or they're trying to steal my penis size. My penis is my penis. My anatomy is my anatomy. Anybody trying to steal from it can get arrested and prosecuted. And in reference to... excuse me, that sounded like I was doing that. And in reference to the situation, there has to be people that monitor the situation of delivering information through the postal mail, monitoring information in reference to people sending money that I was supposed to receive. Meaning, like, did it show up? A log list. No matter how much it is, in reference to people sending me money, it belongs to me. And in reference to tax credits, if somebody had sent money, they're allowed to write it off as a tax credit. And the IRS needs to make YouTube videos too. Otherwise, people are going to get fired from places, because this is taking away years of my life. These people, there's no way for them to legally get away with it, but the time frame of how long it is taking to stop these people is attempted murder. They are belligerently liars, and they're sitting there belligerently making up lies, making up diversions, roadblocking situations, and everything is attempt of murder. Attempts of murder. I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions. Which person's blocking me? I'm supposed to have my identification, reference to my birth records of my birth name, and my birth name's the same as my mother and father. Whether they called me my mother's name, or whether they called me one of my father's names. My father's singular. My father had many business names, but, I'm, in reference to my birth name, it's the same biological birth name as my father, too. And my mother, and my grandparents. My birth name is the same as my mother and father and grandparents. And people need to put a YouTube video on there of my picture with my mother and father's address on it, in reference to my mother and father's mansion address, with my birth certificate or birth name, because I have a long birth name because of my mother and father and grandparents and great grandparents and family history. So, in reference to information, somebody needs to make, a website with all my information on it. If I try to make one here, it gets lost somewhere on the internet. They try to steal all the emails. They try to steal all the website information. They just hit me in the teeth right there. It's another $25 trillion lawsuit against the government. See, this government man trying to play this mutilation game is trying to make up slanderous things by physically damaging my beautiful teeth. That man has to get arrested. How many years has that man needed to get arrested for damaging my face and teeth? That's one of the kidnappers. That's one of the people that's holding me hostage. These satellite controllers. They try to play electric fences. Like if they're trying to play this game, like if I'm sitting down, they try to burn the ass and try to make me have to run around or have to walk around. Or if I'm standing up, then they try to burn me and try to make me sit down. They try to play this robot shit, and it is sexual assault. And these people do not come from my family. They are not from any friendships of my mother and father. They don't have no right playing robot puppet torture or voodoo doll shit. It is attempted murder. And they've been burning me everywhere I go in this city. They've burnt me from Indianapolis all the way down to Bloomington. They burnt me north, south, east, and west on jobs. They've been burning me with satellites every single day for over 6,000 days. They were burning me from the first day I got off the airplane when they had kidnapped me from California. Back in 2000 and like April of 2000 or whatever it was. Or 2001 or whatever it was. Look up the information. They were burning me the first second I got off the airplane, and they've been burning me every day ever since. It is sex crimes, mutilations, attempts of murder, and that was 19 fucking years ago. Over 19 years ago. It is attempted murder every day. And it's financial crimes. And people need to follow the law books. And don't forget, there's special laws that protect me from dirty government, from dirty cops, dirty politicians, dirty branches of government. And they're not going to win. There is no way for them to win. They're violating deeds laws. They're violating deeds and structure laws. And my teeth and my identity and my beauty is protected by deeds department laws. These people hurting me from satellites, the deeds department can take over their properties and put them in jail. They can take over those satellite locations too. The ones that people that are burning me from satellite. They can go after these people and take over their property, whoever's stealing the postal mail. This is a hostage situation. And it has been every single day. And it is abuse every single day. So in reference to the satellite man and the government, the Deeds Department can take a politician's property for holding me hostage. They can take cops' properties for holding me hostage. Yes, they can. They can arrest their people anywhere for holding me hostage, for abusing me and stealing from me. And these people blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. And in reference to the YouTube video, somebody needs to make a YouTube video of all 50 states that have my birth name on a driver's license in reference to my mother and father's mansions in whatever city and state. And that has to be on record too. And somebody needs to make a YouTube video like showing, driver's license of my birth name on it from, in reference to property addresses of my mother and father's mansions. Whichever city and state, can do that would be very important. And in reference to the history of things, these people need to get arrested. They're still burning my ass right now. And in reference to the records department in America, the news networks need to go over to the records department and do a video. Find out what information they have about who I am and who my parents are. And international media is allowed to do that too. In reference to my birth name and my family name. In reference to my parents and grandparents. Somebody needs to get on it. Somebody needs to get moving and rolling, you know. And in reference to my CDL test, I haven't received a semi-truck, and, you know, I don't know if some people tried to buy me a semi-truck. You know, I'm tax-free. It's a tax write-off. And in reference to any government man or politician or dirty cop or any government person that wanted to argue why I'm tax-free, you need to go into court, man. Because I can put you away for the rest of your fucking life for denying my tax-free status and purchasing status and tax credits. I can put you away for the rest of your life for the murder of my parents and for your activities of trying to murder me. And some people try to call me, or some people tried to say they thought I was the son of Uncle Sam, because my father loaned money to the American government and my grandparents had loaned money to the American government before or something. You need to go to court, government man. Find out why some people have called me the son of Uncle Sam. Why don't you find out, government man? You need to go into court.